SIU crackdown, Lamborghinis and art seized in a R820 million Tembisa Hospital corruption probe. In a significant development in the fight against corruption in South Africa, the Special Investigating Unit recently conducted a high-stakes raid on the luxury Sandton residence of businessman Hangwani Maumela. The operation, which unfolded on a Thursday morning, resulted in the seizure of high-end vehicles, including several Lamborghinis, as well as designer furniture and valuable works of art. These assets are believed to be linked to an R820 million asset recovery operation stemming from alleged widespread looting at Tembisa Hospital. Law enforcement officials, locksmiths, and removal trucks descended upon Maumela's upscale Sandhurst property under the authority of a special tribunal order. The seized items are suspected to have been acquired through the proceeds of corrupt hospital contracts, highlighting the extensive nature of the alleged illicit activities. Ngwako Motsing, SIU Senior Communications Manager, confirmed the operation, stating, "The SIU confirms an operation took place at a Sandhurst home linked to our Tembisa Hospital investigation. This operation is part of implementing the SIU's investigation outcomes and consequence management. We will communicate further once the legal processes have been finalized." The scale of corruption at Tembisa Hospital. The raid is part of a broader R300 million forfeiture case targeting Maumela's assets and those of his associates. Media reports indicate that this crackdown is a component of an even larger R820 million sweep, underscoring the vast scale of the assets under scrutiny and the depth of the corruption. Maumela, described as a well-connected businessman, is associated with companies that secured lucrative government contracts across Gauteng and other provinces. His firms are alleged to have supplied medical consumables, catering, and cleaning services through manipulated procurement processes. These processes reportedly favored a tight network of politically connected suppliers, facilitating the siphoning of public funds. Alleged ties to President Cyril Ramaphosa. Several news outlets have reported an alleged familial connection between Hangwani Maumela and President Cyril Ramaphosa. Maumela is reportedly President Ramaphosa's nephew through a previous marriage. However, President Ramaphosa has publicly denied any relationship with Maumela. This alleged connection has drawn attention, with the Democratic Alliance urging Ramaphosa to expand the SIU probe to include Maumela, his syndicate, and all other corrupt actors identified by the SIU. Uncovering the syndicates. According to a recent IOL report, SIU investigations have uncovered 3 coordinated syndicates responsible for looting over R2 billion from Tembisa Hospital funds. Advocate Andy Mothebi, head of the SIU, characterized these findings as a devastating plunder of public funds, emphasizing that the corruption betrayed public trust and severely harmed vulnerable patients dependent on hospital care. Maumela and his associated entities were previously flagged in the forensic report compiled by the late whistleblower Babita Deokaran. This report implicated 14 companies linked to Maumela contracts worth of $415 million. Deokaran's courageous disclosures in 2021 exposed procurement irregularities at Tembisa Hospital, flagging suspicious payments to both the Maumela and Mazibuko networks. Tragically, she was assassinated weeks after her revelations, a stark reminder of the dangers faced by those who expose corruption. Her disclosures, however, prompted deeper audits by the Treasury's Specialized Audit Service and ultimately led to the SIU's involvement. Ongoing investigations and asset recovery. The SIU's interim findings suggest that Maumela was a central figure in a syndicate that manipulated procurement thresholds, split contracts, and routed inflated payments through front companies. Collectively, the syndicates under investigation are alleged to have diverted more than R2 billion intended for essential medical supplies, equipment, and services. The SIU has already secured freezing orders on numerous properties and bank accounts belonging to Maumela across South Africa, including in Gauteng, Cape Town, and KwaZulu-Natal. Officials have stated that Thursday's raid is part of a sustained campaign to recover assets tied to public sector corruption. The full SIU report on Tembisa Hospital is still pending, with investigators noting the case's complexity and its ongoing nature. Who is Hangwani Maumela? Hangwani Maumela is in his early 50s as of October 2025. In court documents from October 2025, Maumela reportedly denied being legally married to his ex-partner, the mother of one of his children, though she claimed they were married in community of property. He and the woman were in a relationship from 2015 to 2022. A 2025 social media post also mentions he has a white girlfriend. Maumela is a nephew by marriage to President Cyril Ramaphosa. Ramaphosa was married to Maumela's aunt, Hope Mudo, from 1978 to 1989. Maumela and Ramaphosa's son, Andile, are cousins and were born in the same year.